afternoon and welcome to the Humidor Report. Justin here from Beaumont's very own cigar club. Sorry we missed you guys last week. We weren't able to film the week prior as we normally would because we had our big Drew Estate event here on the day that we would normally film. So a big shout out and thanks to Jenny Lynn Hunter from Drew Estates for coming out and making a great event. And thanks to all of you who came out and supported. Man, we had a crazy good night that night. If you missed it, make sure you're following us on Facebook and keep up with these Humidor Report videos on YouTube because any events that we got coming up, you're going to find out about it there first. Before I get into what we're going to talk about today, I guess I'm going to talk about the proverbial elephant on the table. And it's kind of hard to miss these big black lacquered boxes, and you probably recognize that logo. If you noticed recently on our Facebook, we did post up that we did receive an Opus 22 sampler, and that is the Fuente Opus X, along with some of the Don Arturo Gran Aniversarios and various and sundry things like that. Now, the reason we're not doing today's video on the Opus 22 sampler is by the time this video airs, these will more than likely be gone. We usually film the Friday before. The videos go up on Wednesday. So today, in our world, it's Friday, and we just got this in yesterday afternoon. So within 24 hours, we've already sold 8 of the 22 sticks out of the Opus 22 sampler. If you're not familiar with it, it's something the Fuente family does every year. They do 500 of these per year, and it's a big fundraiser for the Fuente Family Charitable Foundation, which is used to build schools and educate young kids in the Dominican Republic. But that's also why these things are limited and they're very pricey. But there is this big, beautiful black lacquered cabinet that is part and parcel with the 22 sampler, and we end up giving that away once all 22 sticks are sold. So for each stick you buy, ticket goes in the hat, and we'll draw a winner to take home the dress cabinet and the 4 black boxes that would go inside that cabinet. So if you want to come in and get them, they may not be here. So before people saw the video and started calling and sending messages about Opus, these might not be here by the time this video goes up on Wednesday. Which is why today we are talking about the stuff piled up in front of the Opus 22, and that is the Gran Perfectos from Roma Craft. If you're a Roma fan or a Weasel teamer, if you will, you'll know that last year Roma Craft did a big event in Austin called Weaselfest, and part of your Weaselfest ticket got you what they called the Catador de los Gran Perfectos, which was a sampler of all of their blends and a 5 5/8 by 60 ring gauge Perfecto size. Well, originally only available in those Catadors, now we have boxes of those Gran Perfectos. And as you'll see here, we've got the Intemperance down here on the bottom. This is the Intemperance EC Gran Perfecto, the Intemperance BA. We've got the Baca, which I'm very excited to see back in the store. We've got the Aquitaine, and we have the Whiskey Rebellion from the Intemperance line as well. Now, Baca is one I'm particularly excited about because it is the newest U.S. release blend from Roma Craft, and we haven't seen any Bacas since that first shipment. The Pygmies and the Bantus, just the small sizes, were the only ones originally available, and we haven't been able to see any since. But we do at least have Baca back in the store, and it's available in this new Gran Perfecto size. So whether or not these are going to be regular production from Roma, I am not sure. They may be a limited production, or they will probably only ship periodically throughout the year. Roma has switched to this calendar of limited edition releases that they usually release top of the year, so they'll show you when all the limited releases stuff is going to ship, but you can only order them in certain months. But for now, we do have these guys on the shelf. Seem to be doing great. People are liking them so far. It is a bigger ring gauge than some of Roma's stuff, even though originally Skip Martin said they were never going to do a 60 ring gauge cigar. Well, they got one. It's just in a big Perfecto size. But again, Intemperance, BA, EC, Whiskey Rebellion, Aquitaine Gran Perfecto, and Baca Gran Perfecto are here. So unless you went to Weaselfest or you've been here in the last week or so, you probably haven't tried these blends in these sizes. So if you are a big Roma fan, you're obviously going to check that out. Otherwise, come by and see what they're all about. See if you happen to like that size, maybe versus some of their other regular production sizes, because they are here and available now, and they are good to go. So again, that's going to wrap us up for this edition of the Humidor Report. We'll be back with you next week with hopefully something new, fresh, and exciting happening here at Beaumont's very own cigar club. And until then, I'm Justin. We'll see you at the club.